time of the day when you feel that you need a little stretch, have something quite simple to practice in a sort of small chunk kind of way. So what you'll need is a block or a really chunky book, a firm cushion or a blanket, another book, block, whatever you've got, so that you can create some supports for yourself during these practices. So first of all, I want you to make a little pillow for your head. And as you come to lie on your back, see if you can place your block or pile of books underneath your base of your shoulder blades. So essentially behind your heart, if you're a woman, behind your bra strap. And then just lay your head onto the second pile of props. Let your shoulders relax and bring your knees slightly together. As you lift your tailbone and reset it, try to draw your tailbone between your heels. As your shoulders slope away from your ears, let the backs of your hands rest slightly adrift of your hips. Close your eyes and make a conscious action to unclench your teeth and fully relax your jaw. So we're going to start with some long, steady, conscious breaths as a means of really opening up the heart cave, opening up the chest, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the body, relaxing the brain. So slowly, taking an inhalation and silently counting to 6 in your mind. And then exhale and slowly count out 6 again in your brain. Inhaling for 6 counts. And exhaling for 6 counts again. Each time you inhale, feel your chest expand as you slowly count to 6. And each time you exhale, feel your chest soften and your belly cave as you count down to 6 again. Inhaling smoothly, counting to 6. Exhaling slowly, counting out 6 in your mind. Perhaps slightly constricting the muscles in the back of your throat. Creating ujjayi breath, or what I like to think of as the sound of the sea, washing the distant shore. As you try to create that sound with the muscles slightly constricted in the back of your throat, notice as you create that vibration, that soft sound, just audible to your own ears, how that also helps you to become that little bit more anchored to your breath mentally. And your breath slows down a little bit more efficiently. And maybe you can cease counting to 6 as you inhale, and counting to 6 as you exhale. Because at this point in time, you've become a little bit more accustomed to breathing in this steady, conscious, balanced way. So just continue for a few more rounds, quietly, on your own. When you've completed the last full round of your breath, and don't feel that there's any hurry to complete it, when you're ready, just separate the knees, but stay with your body supported by your props. Just let your feet roll over to the left and both knees travel towards the left of your mat. Draw the knees back over your heels, inhaling. And upon the exhale, let your knees drift over to the right. Now, to the rhythm of your own breathing, continue to let your legs, with your feet still supported on the earth, roll from side to side a few times. And just notice, as they do, that you're able to gently massage your upper back. And as you massage your back, just notice how that feels. And just ease out any knots of tension. And then, when you're ready, just bring your knees over to your left and just help yourself up slowly. Just take your time. And as you come up to sit, hello again, as you come up to sit, maybe take a cushion, your blanket, or a lower block or book and place it underneath your seat. So you've got a little bit of elevation for your sitting bones, which helps you to sit a little bit more comfortably. So sitting upright, walk your right hand away from you, I've got rid of my props, and just take your left arm up and overhead to frame the side of your face. Slightly soften your right elbow towards the floor. From here, as you exhale, draw your left elbow towards the mid-back and look up at the sky through heart and eyes. Inhale and dome the side body, reach overhead. Keep going, exhaling. And inhale, exhale, and inhale. Another one the same, exhaling, and inhale. Reach overhead and just pause, taking a few deep breaths into the ribs, the left waist and the hip, solidly weighting down your left sitting bone. Now slowly from here, as you rise, bring your left hand to the outside edge of your right thigh. And then take a great big sweeping circle with your right fingertips circumnavigating the room and your right arm circumnavigating your shoulder. Deposit your hand on the floor behind you, poised like a little teepee, and take a deep breath in and imagine your head being lifted up by a long shimmering thread towards the heavens as you gain a little bit more uplift, a little bit more height. As you exhale, just let your chin drop down towards your collarbones. And as you inhale, draw your chin to your left shoulder and inclining your head, look down towards your left hip. Upon the exhale, let your chin roll again across the cradle of your collarbones and glance down over your right shoulder this time. Exhaling, rolling the chin like a marble over your collarbones. Inhaling to look over your left shoulder. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And inhale again. Keep moving like that for 1 or 2 more rounds of your breath. Keeping the shoulders sloping away from your ears and moving your chin across the collarbones to the rhythm of your breathing. Finally, let's bring yourself back to a neutral position, chin to the chest, and gently elevate the crown of your head towards the sky. Imagine you've got a really long swan-like neck now lifting out of your shoulder girdle. And as you exhale, keep the neck long and glance over your left shoulder and into the corners of both eyes. Draw your face back to the centre and then look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to the centre. Exhale, glance left. Inhale slowly back to the centre. Exhale, glance right. Now bring yourself back to the centre, and as you exhale, lower your chin back to your chest. Let your shoulders continue to soften away from your ears. Upon the inhale, without throwing your head back, lift your gaze upwards towards the sky and stretch out the front of your neck and chin. Exhale, slowly lower your chin to your chest, sealing off the throat. Inhale, stretch out the front of your throat and lift your gaze towards the heavens. Exhale and inhale. Exhaling and inhale. Now come back to a neutral spine, looking forwards and ahead. Picking up your right hand, begin to lift your right fingertips up the wall behind you, right over the ceiling above you and drop in on gravity, holding on to your thigh with your left palm. Ease into that shape for a few more breaths, grounding your right sitting bone and filtering the breath from your right armpit all the way down to your right hip. Feel the muscles that swaddle your ribs becoming a little bit more elastic. Now bend the right elbow and lean your head into the palm of your hand. And as you exhale, twist towards your inner left thigh or knee. Inhale, lean against your palm, raise your elbow upwards to the sky. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. As you come back, on this occasion, just draw your gaze upwards to the sky. Draw your elbow towards the top of the wall behind you. Smile your lips. Open up your chest with some deep, conscious breaths again. And then slowly, as you release, take your right arm over your left arm, binding your arms to prise the shoulders apart. Draw your forearms forwards. Sit up a little bit taller as you inhale. And start to raise your forearms so that they're potentially parallel with the ceiling, lifting at the same time your gaze through navel, heart and eyes. Upon the exhale, gather your belly to your spine and keep your feet actively flexed as you fold into a forward bend. Now if you're just hanging here in midair, that's absolutely fine. Just let your head hang heavy, let your forearms and their weight help to gently stretch out the shoulders, the upper back. If you are able to go lower, that's good too, but don't force the shape and keep your feet actively flexed to protect the knees. Bow your head humbly towards the heart in whatever variation your forward bend has taken. Take some long, deep, conscious breaths now, breathing in for 6 counts and breathing out for 6 counts again. Working with this balanced breathing technique to create a deepening sensation of the pose and benefit not just physically from the stretch, but also mentally from being in a forward bend and focusing your mind on your breath again. When the next inhalation bubbles up, use it to rise all the way back upright and just take your forearms over to the left and glance over your right shoulder, lending the weight of your head to gravity. Let both shoulders soften away from your ears. And as you draw these forearms over to the left, perhaps a little bit more, feel the stretch here in your right shoulder, but also perhaps as you incline the head and look over your shoulder, you'll feel something in the left side of your neck and upper troughs. Now slowly unwind. Unravel your arms from their bind and change the cross of your legs so you've got the opposite shin crossed in front. Sitting as upright as possible, just pause for a few breaths in the rebound. Be aware of your crown lifting upwards towards the heavens as you inhale. And be conscious and aware of your sitting bones, tailbone and pubic bone melting towards the earth upon the exhale. Now walking your left hand away, let your right arm reach up and overhead to frame the side of your face. Do I mean that? I mean that way. Reach up and overhead and stretch out the whole of the right side of your body. Now exhale and draw your elbow towards your right shoulder blade. Look up. Inhale, frame your face, reach overhead. Exhale again, fan out the fingers, lift your gaze. And inhale. Exhaling. And inhale again. Exhale. And inhale as you drop in on gravity. Drop in a little bit deeper and root down through your right sitting bone. Breathe slowly into that shape. Conscious, effortless breaths again. Slowly from here, as you come upright, bring your right hand to the outside edge of your left thigh. Take a big sweeping back crawl with your left arm and position your fingertips poised like a little wigwam behind your tail. Take a deep breath in and keeping your chin right there in the center line of your collarbones, feel the back of your neck lengthening. As you exhale, lower your chin to your chest. And as you inhale, guide your attention over your right shoulder. As you exhale, roll back to the center line. And inhale, glance over your left shoulder. Keep moving as you transition your chin across your collarbones from right shoulder to left shoulder to right. Practicing one more round, meet me, having worked evenly in both directions, back at the midline. And lift your crown and create a nice long neck again, drawing out of the shoulder girdle. As you exhale, glance right over your right shoulder as if you're going to turn your head 360 degrees. Inhale, come back to the center. As you exhale, glance over your left shoulder, right into the corners of your eyes. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. One more round, exhaling. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Now drop your chin to the center of your throat, exhaling. Deeply inhale and lift your face towards the sky. Exhale. And inhale. Exhaling, bow your head humbly to your heart. Inhale, lift your face to the sky. One more. Now return to a neutral spine. And as you pick up your left hand from behind you and begin to lean into gravity, let your left arm come to frame the side of your face. Breathe via the left armpit, ribs and waist towards the hip. Now bring your hand to the back of your head. Lean your head into your palm and wing the elbow of your left arm towards the sky. On the exhale, twist and try to bring the elbow to the knee or to the thigh. Inhale, open up your chest, look up. Exhaling. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. One more the same as you exhale again. And inhale. Release the arm and lean once again over to the right, opening up your chest to the heavens, breathing into any nooks and crannies that feel tight. Now bring yourself all the way upright with your left arm draped over your right as you come into that second bind. Let your forearms extend forwards in front of your face and let your shoulders slip gently away from your ears. Imagine that the hair follicles on the crown of your head are being lifted upwards, whilst those long tap roots travel down deep into the ground through your sitting bones, pubic bone and tail. Breathe into the back of your heart and then slowly begin to guide your forearms upwards towards the ceiling. Having created masses of space in the front of your body, upon the exhale, your feet active, your belly starts to cave as your core muscles contract to support the lower back. And then either pause and hang out there with your forearms suspended in the air, tractioning the shoulders further apart, or drop in deeper. And once you've found your edge, just find stillness again, both mentally and physically, as you focus once more on breathing your balanced breath, Samavriti, the breath, both inhale and exhalation, the same length. And I'm proposing that you count again to 6 upon the inhale and 6 upon the exhale. And as you find yourself just sitting quietly there in your forward bend. Notice just very subtle feelings and sensations as they come and go. And then just as slowly, just as mindfully, inhale, come up again with your forearms vertical. And then just take your time to just take this final stretch for the shoulders and the side of the neck. Glancing over your left shoulder, inclining your head and melting the shoulders away from your ear still. Give the weight of your head to gravity. Listen to your breath, moving slowly and consciously in and out of your body through the nose, with that partial restriction of the muscles of your throat, if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath. In other words, once again, trying to evoke with your breath that soothing, calming effect of ocean waves on a distant shore. Now just find yourself coming back to the centre, unravelling your arms and just sitting quietly with the backs of your hands resting on your thighs. Take a few moments to sit with yourself, and when you're ready, bring your hands home in front of your heart, bow your head. Take a moment or two to look into your heart and to perhaps congratulate yourself for having taken a few precious moments in your day for self-care. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me.